The Giza Plateau, home to the Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, and the tombs of pharaohs, has always been a place of secrets. For thousands of years, these ancient wonders have stood as silent witnesses to the rise and fall of civilizations, their true purpose and origins shrouded in myth and legend. For centuries, we've marveled at these monuments, believing we understood their story. Generations of explorers, scholars, and travelers have gazed up at the pyramids, awestruck by their scale and precision, convinced that the sands of Giza had already given up their greatest secrets. But what if the real mystery lies not above ground, but deep beneath our feet? What if the most astonishing chapter of Egypt's story has yet to be unearthed, hidden far below the surface, waiting for the right moment to be discovered? In early 2025, a team of Italian and Scottish researchers made a bold claim, one that could rewrite history. They say they've found evidence of a vast ancient city buried thousands of feet below the pyramids, a city that predates even the oldest known Egyptian dynasties. Using cutting-edge remote sensing technology, these scientists have mapped what appear to be enormous structures and intricate tunnels, stretching for miles beneath the desert. Some of these underground formations, they claim, could dwarf the pyramids themselves in both size and complexity. If true, this discovery would upend everything we know about ancient Egypt. It would force us to rethink the origins of Egyptian civilization, and perhaps even the story of humanity itself. The announcement has electrified the public and divided experts. Some hail it as the archaeological find of the century, while others urge caution, demanding more evidence before rewriting the history books. Could there be an even older, more advanced civilization hidden beneath the sands? Or is this just another legend, waiting to be proven or debunked by science? For explorers and dreamers, it's the ultimate call to adventure. The promise of lost cities and forgotten knowledge inspires a new generation to dig deeper, to question what we think we know. As we stand on the edge of a possible new chapter in history, the world waits with bated breath. Is Giza's greatest secret about to be revealed, or will the sands keep their silence a little longer? Only time and science will tell. How do you find a city buried 2,000 feet underground? The answer lies not in shovels or picks, but in the remarkable tools of modern science, technologies that allow us to peer beneath the surface of the Earth without disturbing a single grain of sand. With technology that lets us see through the Earth itself, researchers can now explore what was once thought unreachable. These tools are revolutionizing archaeology, opening up new possibilities for discovery. The research team, led by Filippo Biondi and Armando May, used advanced ground-penetrating radar, GPR, like an ultrasound for the planet. This technology is capable of detecting hidden chambers, tunnels, and even entire structures, all without excavation. GPR sends radio waves deep into the ground, mapping what lies beneath by measuring the echoes that bounce back. The result is a kind of X-ray vision, revealing secrets locked away for millennia. They also used satellite synthetic aperture radar, or SR, which can detect buried structures from space. SR is so sensitive it can pick up subtle differences in soil density and moisture, hinting at what's hidden far below. By combining GPR and SR data, they created detailed 3D models of the subsurface. These digital reconstructions allow scientists to visualize underground features as if the Earth were transparent. Their scans revealed what they claim are massive, artificial structures beneath the Giza Plateau, shapes and patterns that suggest intelligent design, not random geology. The first focus was under the Pyramid of Khafra, where the data suggested something astonishing, orderly, designed, not natural. The patterns were too regular, too precise to be the work of nature alone. Encouraged, they expanded their survey to the Pyramid of Menkora, finding similar results. The anomalies appeared to repeat, hinting at a vast interconnected system. In June 2025, they announced evidence of a connected network spanning much of the plateau. The implications were staggering. A hidden world, possibly untouched for thousands of years, lying just beneath our feet. If accurate, these technologies have uncovered a hidden world beneath Egypt's most famous monuments, rewriting what we thought we knew about ancient civilization and its capabilities. But not everyone is convinced. The debate is just beginning, as experts weigh the evidence and consider what these discoveries could mean for our understanding of history. So what did the scans actually reveal? The researchers describe a network of colossal, pillar-like structures beneath Khafra, over 2,000 feet long, with spiral staircases wrapping around them. The complex allegedly starts 2,000 feet below the surface, possibly reaching depths of 4,000 feet, far deeper than any known ancient construction. Similar structures were found under Menkora, suggesting a single, interconnected complex. A mysterious tuning fork shape was also detected, its purpose unknown. The team believes the pyramids are just markers for this vast underground world. If true, the Giza Plateau could be sitting atop the ruins of a lost city, hidden for millennia. The implications are staggering, a civilization with engineering skills far beyond what we've ever imagined. For centuries, we may have been walking over the remains of a forgotten world. But is it real, or just a technological illusion? The scientific community reacted instantly, and skeptically. The researchers bypassed peer review, releasing their claims directly to the media, raising red flags among experts. Most geophysicists argue that GPR can't penetrate thousands of feet of dense limestone. It's effective only for shallow depths. Critics say the supposed pillars and tunnels could be natural rock formations, not man-made structures. Without drilling or physical evidence, it's nearly impossible to tell the difference. The debate quickly polarized. The research team insists their data is clear, while most archaeologists call for caution and proof. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Until then, many see these findings as sensationalism, not science. The controversy has split the field between bold new theories and the demand for hard facts. The world waits for something more concrete than digital images. Enter Dr. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's most famous archaeologist and a fierce defender of mainstream Egyptology. For decades, Hawass has been the face of Egyptian archaeology, known for his passionate commitment to preserving the country's ancient legacy, and for his outspoken views on controversial discoveries. When news of a supposed hidden city beneath the Giza Plateau surfaced, Hawass was quick to respond. He dismissed the hidden city claims as fake and impossible, warning the public not to be misled by sensational headlines or unproven theories. He argues that radar technology simply cannot reach the depths claimed by the researchers. At best, it penetrates a few feet, not thousands. According to Hawass, the limitations of current technology make such extraordinary claims highly suspect, and he urges caution before accepting any dramatic new findings. For Hawass and his colleagues, the idea of a 38,000-year-old city beneath Giza is not just unlikely, it's a direct challenge to a century of carefully built history. The established timeline of ancient Egypt is based on decades of research, excavation, and scholarly debate. Mainstream archaeology demands physical proof, artifacts, inscriptions, or remains that can be studied and verified. Without tangible evidence, such as pottery shards, tools, or bones, the claims remain in the realm of speculation. Radar images alone aren't enough to rewrite history. They can suggest possibilities, but they cannot confirm the existence of lost civilizations without supporting material evidence. This clash highlights a deeper divide: slow, evidence-based research versus bold, technology-driven speculation. It's a debate between those who trust in the slow accumulation of facts and those eager to embrace new tools and ideas. Hawass sees these claims as undermining the credibility of Egyptology and misleading the public. He believes that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and anything less risks damaging the field's reputation. The guardians of Egypt's past are not ready to accept a new narrative without extraordinary evidence. They remain vigilant, protecting the legacy of ancient Egypt from what they see as unfounded speculation. For now, the wall of skepticism stands firm, separating established history from unproven theories. The burden of proof is on the new explorers, who must present undeniable evidence if they hope to change the story of Egypt's ancient past. The most radical part of the claim isn't just the city, it's who built it. The researchers suggest a lost, highly advanced civilization constructed the complex around 38,000 years ago, long before the pharaohs. This would push the timeline for advanced engineering back by tens of thousands of years. They argue only a society with incredible knowledge could have built so deep underground. The pyramids in this theory were built later by Egyptians who found and honored the site. The lost civilization, they say, vanished in a global cataclysm, leaving only their deepest structures behind. Mainstream scholars dismiss this as fantasy, citing a total lack of physical evidence. But for some, the idea is tantalizing, a lost chapter of human history waiting to be uncovered. If a lost civilization existed, what destroyed it? The researchers point to the Younger Dryas, a period of sudden climate chaos about 12,800 years ago. Temperatures plunged, species vanished, and entire cultures disappeared. One theory blames a comet impact, which could have triggered floods and devastation across the globe, including North Africa. Proponents suggest the underground city was built as a shelter, an ark to survive the apocalypse. The Younger Dryas is a real, documented event, but its cause is still debated. For supporters of the Giza theory, the comet hypothesis is the missing piece, a disaster that wiped out a forgotten civilization. The idea is speculative, but it offers a dramatic explanation for why such a city would be built so deep. Mainstream science remains unconvinced, but the story is compelling. The mystery deepens. Is this history or just a legend? To support their theory, researchers look to ancient myths, like the Edfu building texts from southern Egypt. These texts describe a sacred domain at Giza, created by divine beings and destroyed by a great flood and a serpent from the sky. Some interpret the serpent as a comet and the flood as the resulting disaster. The texts mention knowledge hidden in the underworld of the soul at Giza. Supporters see this as a mythic memory of the lost city, preserved in legend. Mainstream scholars argue these are allegories, not history, symbols of chaos and rebirth, not literal events. The debate is classic. Are myths just stories or echoes of real events? The answer shapes how we see the secrets beneath the pyramids. So where does this leave us? Between a breathtaking claim and a wall of skepticism. The hidden city remains unproven, the evidence hotly debated. The next step would be to drill. A single borehole could settle the question forever. But drilling at Giza is a political and cultural challenge, especially with such controversial data. Regardless of the outcome, this story reveals our deep fascination with the past. We crave mysteries, and Giza is the ultimate symbol of the unknown. The pyramids challenge our sense of time and human potential. Whether the city is real or not, the search reignites our sense of wonder. Exploration is about pushing boundaries and daring to ask, what if? And so,